Genesis 6. It's the biblical version of all those Saw movies. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Any of them! Forget consent. Ignore their desires. Don't worry about love. The men pick women like they're fruit. And why are they sons of God but daughters of humans? The misogyny begins very early in the Bible. Jesus thought he was so special because he was the Son of God, but it turns out God has sons everywhere. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. Oh, sorry, God. You made us mortal, but apparently that's still not good enough for you. Gotta say though, 120 years old is not a bad run, unless you're Methuselah. What happens if you were 130 and God says this? Were you thinking you had a few hundred more good years in you, and now God says you need to be decapitated immediately? Here's a spoiler for you. In a few more chapters, you're gonna meet people who live longer than 120 years. So God is just bluffing here. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. Yeah, well, trust me, I regret that man created God. So I guess we're even. Some people translate Nephilim as literal giants. Others say they're just the fallen angels. I will say, I kinda like the idea of giant humans roaming the earth. You already had a talking snake, so it wouldn't be that weird. And how great is the wickedness, actually? I mean, think about what's occurred so far. You have some murder that God didn't stop, and a guy who ate a piece of fruit, and that's about it. That's why God is about to commit genocide. God has anger management issues. What are the rules they're supposed to follow anyway? There are no commandments yet. Is everyone in the world breaking into Eden and eating from the tree of knowledge? What happened to the guards? How come God didn't know this would happen? I thought he was omniscient. That didn't last long. So the Lord said, "I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. What did the animals and birds do? Why does everyone deserve the death penalty because of a few bad eggs? God just sentenced cute little babies to be murdered and adorable dogs to be drowned because he's unhappy with his own work. He's like a disgruntled worker who comes back to the office to seek vengeance on everyone who's still there. Today, we would say that person is deranged. But God gets a free pass for some reason. And even if Noah was a good dude, how come his kids get a free ride? Talk about nepotism. Everyone else gets killed off by God, but these boys get to repopulate the earth because of daddy. The entire planet is the result of legacy admissions. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Someone did not have a baby naming book. Those sound like uncomfortable noises your body makes. By the way, Noah wasn't even that righteous. In a few chapters, there's a scene where Noah takes off his clothes and passes out because he's drunk right in front of his kids. And he is apparently the best thing God created. Now, the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on earth had corrupted their ways. All of them, even the babies. They know what they did. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. If I have this right, God is so offended by all the violence on earth that he's gonna commit the greatest act of violence ever. And how's that for a first conversation? I'm gonna murder everyone, but I'll let you escape. Now let me tell you how to help. By the way, hi, nice to meet you. I'm God. In a normal situation, you would alert everyone to the villain. In the Bible, Noah's reaction is basically, yeah, cool. I'm totally going along with your murder plan. And we're supposed to admire this. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening 1 cubit high all around. Put a door in the side of the ark and make lower, middle, and upper decks. I really wish God didn't say all this because I would love to know what Noah would have built without the instructions. God had to tell Noah to put a door on the boat and to make 3 levels and to make the boat big. How dumb was Noah that none of this would have occurred to him otherwise? I am going to bring floodwaters on the earth to destroy all life under the heavens, every creature that has the breath of life in it. Everything on earth will perish. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you will enter the ark. You and your sons and your wife and your sons' wives with you. How selfish is Noah? God is willing to spare his family, therefore it's fine that everyone else can just suffer? He is totally a Republican. It's amazing that God will drown everyone and no one will be safe except for the people on a boat, which means no one else has a boat or any sort of shelter to protect them from water, and no one knows how to swim, and no one has a flotation device. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and for them. 2 of all living creatures, male and female. I have no clue how to spot the difference between, male and female spiders, but apparently Noah was a pro at putting a gender label on every creature. We're never told how the 2 get decided, either. What if there's a 3rd? Do they play rock, paper, scissors to decide who gets murdered? Does the fastest couple automatically win? Is there an age limit? You don't want old animals getting on board. Are any of them sick? How hilarious would it have been if one rabid monkey gave everyone inside the ark a disease? What if the ark was just a death trap? And why make Noah do all this work? God created all these animals, right? Why not just start over after the flood? If you're moving across the country, sure, you could pay thousands of dollars for movers, but you might be better off just going to IKEA and starting from scratch. No junk this time, you know? Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Kinky. Somehow, a 600-year-old uneducated guy created the biggest boat of all time, corralled all these animals, and navigated his way through the biggest, most dangerous flood ever. And all we're told about how that happened is that he did it. Thanks, Bible.